Good morning. My name is Manny Sarmiento. I'm the president of the Doral Chamber of Commerce. I want to welcome you to our show here at Miami's Community Newspapers. We are eternally grateful always to the Miller family, Grant, Michael, Tommy, our producer, Carmen Lopez, our VP, who's sitting in the audience. We only have one audience member, but that's okay. We have a couple of announcements really quickly. We had an amazing event yesterday. If you didn't see Grant Miller's video on Instagram and Facebook, check it out about K1 Speed. We had fun. We networked. We had some great food. No filet mignon, pizza, and stuff. But it's okay. We raced. I came in third, but that's okay. All right. I got bumped. Okay. So we have, we're trying to make it great, interesting events now that we're back live. Our next major event coming up is the Expo, August 19th, Expo Miami. It's going to be called the Open for Business Expo, and we're going to be working together with Miami Brickell Chamber of Commerce. Evelio Medina, if you don't know the guy, is dynamic. So we expect to have a huge attendance at the Miami Airport Convention Center. Thank you, Roberto. Please go to doralchamber.org. Check us out. We have memberships for Platinum Trustee. We want to announce Insight Street Media, who just joined us as Platinum Trustee. So come on down. Look at, we have a special coming up in July, a special section in Miami's Community Newspapers, the Doral section. There's a membership price special for an ad. Print media is not dead, obviously. You're looking at it here, but you're looking at the right way to do print media, which is a hybrid with this social media and these videos. Grant and Michael and the whole entire Miller family do an amazing job of marketing your business. So please call Grant, call Michael, get into news. With that said, we have an amazing guest today. Our guest is Mili Maldonado. I'm not going to describe everything you are because you had like 17 initials after the name. It was MHA, PA, PhD, CMP, ABCDEFG.
Yeah,
okay.
Everything but PhD.
So I'm going to let you do that. I'm going to let you. Oh no, not a PhD. I thought you were a PhD.
No.
So I'm going to let you describe you. One of the reasons I wanted to bring you in today is because of who you are and what you do. But we're going to get into that discussion. So could you please tell our audience what you do, where you're from? Obviously, FIU.
Yeah, I am the manager of continuing education at Florida International University. I currently manage most of the
get used to this. I know. It's not
non-credit professional development programs. I'm originally from Puerto Rico.
Right, Caribbean, Caribe, baby. Okay.
I have a master's in international relations and Latin American studies, and I'm also a certified human resources professional.
Wow. See, I told you had a lot of initials. I couldn't, they didn't fit when I was trying to print it. The printer said, no, it's too many initials. I can't print all those. So, well, welcome. One of the reasons I wanted to bring you on, and thank you. I know it was last minute.
No, thank you.
I was trying to schedule you for July. Our speaker had a family, and the originally scheduled person had a family emergency. He couldn't make it. So thank you. Thank you for doing this last minute. 2 days ago, I let you know, and you said yes.
Thank you for the invite. We're honored.
Well, I wanted to bring you on because I want to talk about continuing education. I want to talk about university programs, what's going on. You hear a lot about forgiving student debt, about universities are dead. And I don't believe in all that. I don't believe in all that. I believe that as a student, you need to choose the right programs. Mm-hmm. Okay. And sometimes it isn't a 4-year degree, and sometimes you're past a 4-year degree and you still need to educate yourself. One of the things we did when we started the chamber in 2008, our focus was education for business owners. Okay. For entrepreneurs and business owners, because we saw that in 2007, right after Al Gore invented the internet. Mm-hmm. That joke? Never mind. Okay. Well, after that, in 2007, of course, you had Facebook and Google continues to gain strength, and all the online platforms. I saw that business owners were lagging, were staying behind. A big question that we always have is, okay, how do I use social media? What is SEO? How do I get a website? One of the great things right now, we have a partner. It's called 2 Week Websites, because you can have a website done in 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. Okay. But the question is, why does it take then 6 months for someone to build a website for me and $5,000? And my answer is because it takes 5 months and 3 weeks to get started. Mm-hmm. And because you're you're obviously you pay it. Okay. So continuing education, the skill sets that people need are in programs like yours, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So can you explain to me what is continuing education? We don't want to assume that people know, oh, okay, everybody knows what continuing education is. So tell us about that, and tell us about some of your programs that you've got going on.
Okay. So continuing education is mostly non-credit professional development programs. They can also be programs that you take for personal enrichment. Usually they're targeted towards non-traditional students, meaning they can be 18-year-olds that graduated from high school and are not necessarily going into college immediately. It can be for somebody that finished a degree and still needs to gain another set of skills. It can be for professionals that need to upskill in some of their, something related to their work, and they don't necessarily have to go back to do a master's or a bachelor's. It could be for anybody.
I see. Okay. Yeah. Well, like I said, we've seen that. We've seen the need for business owners. One of the courses that we teach is QuickBooks. One of
that is continuing education.
Continuing education. It's the number one program, and we teach just the basic and intermediate 1-day courses. I don't know if you teach QuickBooks and have QuickBooks a curriculum in your continuing education, but those are the types of courses that business owners need.
Correct.
And that we run into business owners and say, oh, I don't need to learn that. Well, if you don't know how to look at an audit on your QuickBooks, people could be stealing from you. Okay. Correct. If you don't, if you're a business owner, entrepreneur, you want to see you want to be able to run a P&L, a cash flow statement, all the financials. You want to have control of your business, because saying, oh, just here you go, take over, Mr. Accountant here, take over my. And by the way, the accountant's going to ask you for your QuickBooks file.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, no, I do it.
In order to do the taxes.
I do it on Excel. I have Excel, right? Yeah. Until you have an account, which the way the taxes have evolved, we thought we were going to get simplified taxes. It's getting worse, especially with PPP and all the monies that were out there, child tax credit, family leave act, and all that. It's gotten worse. So can you tell me some of the more detail, some of the programs that you offer?
Yeah. So like your chamber does, like you do your continuing education. I mean, a lot of companies do that also, but a lot of companies need or partner with universities like FIU to develop those professional training programs. So right now, as a matter of fact, I
have my notes.
Yeah, me too. Okay. Our office is running a program that is totally asynchronous, meaning that you do it on your own. It's called Financial Qubits. It's in Spanish. And you can learn, the concepts of finance and accounting in up to 10 hours.
Wow.
Okay. And it's a visual program. Once you complete the program, you'll get a certificate of participation from FIU and from Qubit Solutions, which is the company that developed the program. We're also, we partnered with EXMA, and we're going to be running a program in the fall called Marketing in the New Economy, also in Spanish. But FIU has amazing resources when it comes to continuing education. We have a healthcare administration and assistant program through the Office of Engagement. We have leadership programs through the Center for Leadership, English language instruction through the English Language Institute, the Usher Lifelong Learning Center for us, those of us that are in our later years.
Hey, careful there, okay?
Business certificates through the College of Business, Engineering Construction, and Computer through College of Engineering, the paralegal program through the College of Law, which is around 30 years old. It's an amazing program.
Really?
It's a great stepping stone for those people that want to go into law to do a paralegal program.
I think the number was, I got the list of attorneys for the state of Florida. I think it was 63,000 attorneys. And it's like,
I don't know.
It seems like a profession that doesn't die off.
No, it doesn't. Yeah. Definitely. I mean, and a good paralegal is a great career.
They make some money.
They make very good money. We have languages. If you want to learn French, Portuguese, Arabic.
What if I want to learn Puerto Rican or Cuban?
We need to do a networking event through that.
Okay.
So, and we also have cybersecurity programs through the Jack D. Gordon Institute for Public Policy. So if I use an amazing resource for continuing education.
You talked about cybersecurity. How's that one doing? That must be doing well.
They do very well. They do programs in English and they do programs in Spanish.
Oh, great. You know all the issues with with the hackers and the ransomware and stuff.
Yes.
So okay, all right. So what are the requirements? Does anyone? Do you have to have? Do you have to have a degree or anything?
You don't have to have a degree. I understand most of these programs, you have to be at least 18 years old, and you just apply to the program. And because the non-credit program, so you don't really have to have a degree. Just the interest and the passion to become a lifelong learner.
Great. Okay, and you also have. Let's make sure we covered everything that's on your programs here, because you work so hard.
I do. I love what I do. Passion.
I mean, your entire department works hard. I mean,
we have a great team.
Yeah, no, definitely. You do the workshops. We just had one of our chamber members on there doing Elena Towler. She was doing the wills and trusts in Spanish. Yes. That was great, and I asked her to make sure that she reaches out to you and make sure she does that program in English too.
Yeah, we're gonna do it in the fall.
Yeah. You had 120 RSVPs. Yes. You had really good attendance to that.
Yes, definitely.
That's good. Now, there's. Gotta be careful with the wording here. We got to be politically correct, but there's a lot of ignorance in that. We have a lot of immigrants who come here. They make good, they build their business, they make good money, but they don't protect themselves legally through wills, trusts, estate planning, and such. And you can look at, a lot of situations that are mainstream, like Britney Spears. That was a case of wills, trusts. And someone taking over, managing you. Imagine somebody managing your life. Yeah. Because according to what I was seeing in the news yesterday, it's her entire life that's being managed, not just her financials. So you brought on Elena Towler from Legacy Trust Council, and that was a great program.
It was.
A lot of great information. What is that about? How often do you do that? I know you're taking a hiatus in the summer.
Yes, we are. So we started doing this when we went remote last year. We thought we wanted to offer a service to the community by bringing in experts in different topics, just to let the people know that they could continue learning in different areas. And because we had met Elena through the Doral Chamber, we decided it's such an important topic.
Make sure she hears that. Okay?
Yeah, Elena.
She met you through the Doral Chamber. Okay, this is the kind of stuff we do.
Our great networking events, definitely.
Our big job is to be our one of our things that we focus on, not to take the attention away from it, but one of the things we focus on is on being a practical chamber.
Correct.
And making those connections and personally taking those connections one to the other. So I'm glad you connected with her. That she is an asset to you. She's an asset to the community. She's an asset to our chamber. She's been in the community for a long time.
Correct,
a long time. It's been great to work with her. Having her come in as a trustee is great. So what other kinds of webinars? And I know it's amazing that you got 120 RSVPs because people are getting zoomed out, right?
No, my God. Yes, definitely. Well, the topics are of interest and people want to learn about it. So we had people coming to talk about stress. Because at the beginning of the pandemic, everybody was like so stressed out, stretch management. We had people come talk about family business. We had people come talk about doing business during COVID, communication, digital communication skills. So a lot of stuff related to how to work, in a virtual environment, which was, it was not that new, but we didn't know we had to go and doing it 100% intense type of thing. So
you have Vicente Pimenta. He's amazing.
Vicente, definitely. We did a partnership with Google, Grow with Google, Vicente brought awesome webinars.
I'm a partner with Grow with Google too, but on the lower end. He was selected and he's on the higher end. He actually represents Google.
Yeah. Correct.
And he does English and Spanish. Great. Whenever you see one of his programs, make sure, whenever you see one of his programs, we send to Pimenta at FIU or any place else, English or Spanish.
Excellent.
Yes. We have talked. I talked to him about doing some programs together.
Yeah.
He's an amazing person, smart. He really knows his stuff.
And conveys the message very well.
Yeah. So you brought on some really great speakers. You also had an international, I spoke at one of your, for one of your groups. Was it from
University in Colombia? Yes.
We have to do some more of the programs.
Yeah, the thing is that because of the pandemic, we stopped doing all face-to-face programs. So we're hoping next year we can start doing more of that.
We missed you yesterday too. We were driving at K1 speed. We had an exceptional an exceptional networking event. We're back live. Uh, we had about close to 40 people.
Awesome.
We had our networking. Grant Miller was there. Please check it out on Instagram and Facebook. The video he did there. Grant, you're fun. I love you. I love you, Michael. You guys are just amazing. What you're doing. See, this is a thing. This is an example. Miami's Community Newspapers is an example. That's why I am so happy, so grateful to Michael and Grant and the family about doing this together with them, working together. They get it. You see, my next book, I have a book called Marketing Magic, but my next book is going to be called Stupid Marketing. Okay. And I tell you, I can fill the pages. Okay. For example, you call a business right now and they want to blame it all on COVID. So the customer service is out the window. It was out the window to begin with, but it's out the window. We need to come back. You want to succeed in business. The number one thing, it's in my book, Marketing Magic, is customer service. And that's out the window. But FIU has always done that. Since way back, FIU has been at the forefront of taking care of their students.
Yes.
We had a council member, Vice Mayor Chrissy Fraga. She graduated from FIU. She's an FIU alumni fanatic. So you guys have put out so many great people into the community.
Definitely.
It's amazing, and I'm proud to have FIU as part of our communities.
Thank you, Manny.
So we'll talk about live. When are students going back live?
Yes, little by little, I understand. Live, you meaning face to face?
Yeah.
Yes, it's starting now in the summer, and gradually, I think eventually August, fall should be full population. I don't work really that much with the credit programs with the academic part of the university, so I'm not aware, but I understand that's what the plan is. Yeah.
Oh, good. I think we're ready to go back.
Yeah.
I mean, you get some bad news. We were discussing it this morning. Colorado has a problem. They say, but this is funny, and I love the way the media works. The emergency rooms are 96% at capacity. It's in this rural hospital in the middle of nowhere. Okay, so how many beds do you have? You have 10 beds, and 9 of them are taken. Okay, you're at 90% capacity, right? So we get so much misinformation.
Yeah, but I will tell you, Manny. The pandemic changed everything, and
Sure
online is here to stay.
Yes,
and
it is.
Big time.
Yes,
and what we discovered is the outreach we have when we do online programs. We can go, and I can tell you through the webinars we had people as far as from Tajikistan join our webinars. So, what would have cost that person to come to Miami to take a training?
Yeah.
So,
everything's flipped on its head.
It is. Definitely there's going to be face-to-face, but online is here to stay.
Yeah, we have our QuickBooks class is online.
Correct. Yeah. You also had to do it.
Yeah, but now it's exactly what you said. Now we can market because we had a URL for every place, QuickBooks Training Orlando, QuickBooks Training.
Yeah.
And then we had a lot of phone calls from Orlando and Tampa for the Hispanic QuickBooks. We're one of the few that teaches it in a one-day format. We always refer them to you or some of the other resources if they want a longer program.
Yeah.
FIU can be done in a day if you know it already, or it can take you 6 weeks or 6 months. So now we're able to just market. When we do some of our digital marketing, we can reach anywhere.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
And she's happy.
Yeah.
Ingrid's happy. She teaches it from home now.
Yeah.
She's got her Zoom account,
Exactly.
and we're like hands off.
Yeah.
We're saving on rent because we don't have to have a big.
Exactly.
If we ever need a big place back in the fall, we're gonna ask you.
No. Let us know.
Yeah, we don't have the big training room anymore. So I'm a little dry throat from yesterday. Too much screaming while racing. Okay. That was fun, by the way, guys. Have you ever been to K1?
No.
Oh, God.
Those are the cars?
Oh, fun. It was, it's like, and anybody can race. Carmen is racing. Right? Not yesterday, but the last time we were checking out the place and went around her 10 times. I didn't see Grant racing though, but he was there. Grant was there. Mayor Martell was there. K1 was fun. Great place to take the kids. They're a chamber member. They were in Medley. I know we're the Doral Chamber of Commerce. That's why we had Mayor Martell there. He's an amazing person, Mayor Martell. So yeah, we're getting this is the second event we had. We had Top Golf. We had over 60 people at Top Golf.
Oh, wow, awesome.
Live also. That was great. But yeah, we're back. I think this is definitely here to stay, and the outreach.
Yes.
the outreach. I'm glad you mentioned that because that's happened to us. That's happened to us, and that's going to continue. People are zoomed out, but they're zoomed out on the webinars.
I think so, yeah. But I think
But
that's why we're taking a hiatus during the summer.
but the guests, I mean, what do I don't, one of the things when I'm here, I try to make this practical.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Always practical. What can they take with them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How can we educate people who are listening to us
Mm-hmm.
or at a webinar? But you get these guests. I mean, I don't know, where do they get these guests? And I don't know how they get the attendance. So we try to make these. I try to make them practical. What's the takeaway from this or any other workshop
Mm-hmm.
or class or lesson that we do? So what's a big takeaway from here? Let's do that.
Well, I mean, continuing education is here to stay. Virtual education is here to stay. And we have to continue reskilling and upskilling ourselves. I mean, there's a topic that's being circulated a lot around continuing education, the 60-year curriculum, and that is why, because we're going to live up to 100 years. So we're going to get to 60 years old, and we have to continue learning what's going on. I mean, at this stage, I'm not going to go back to do another degree.
Mm-hmm.
So I continue learning, taking different courses, different certificate courses. So we need to continue upskilling ourselves. There's no formula that you have to go to the university if you graduate when you're 18 years old. Go to a vocational school, do a certificate program, do a boot camp.
That's not PC.
But those could be like, I always call them teasers for you to say, oh my God, I really enjoy what I'm doing. I'm going to go back to the university and do a degree on that. I call them teaser programs. So definitely, but you need to do something.
Yeah.
You need to do something. My son is a product of vocational school.
Oh, great.
Okay. He went to George T. Baker School of Aviation.
Come on, that is what that's a top school.
Exactly.
That's a Miami-Dade County public school program.
Exactly, and that's how he did it through Miami-Dade.
Avionics.
He's a mechanic,
Avionics, power plant.
Exactly. So through our Miami-Dade public schools and Broward public schools, you can. There's so many programs that you can do that can give, you can have a job afterwards, to get started. But that, you might say later, oh my God, let me go to school. Definitely this helps me, but I want to go back to the university. What
did you say he graduated in?
He's an aviation mechanic.
Mechanic.
Yes.
Oh my God, that pays extremely
But then
well.
he went to Embry-Riddle. He decided to go to the university to complete, a degree. But he was fine, with the George T. Baker.
George T.
degree.
Baker has been around forever with an excellent reputation.
Yeah. So do something, whether it's a certificate program, like I said, go to a boot camp and learn something about computers, a Google certificate, get started, but just do something, because that piece of paper is definitely going to, make you better marketable to get a job. And maybe one day you'll decide, oh my God, you know what? I want to pursue this further and go back to the university.
Good.
And then we're here at FIU.
Well, that's, right here, you are once again reiterating what I believe FIU is. It's an exceptional university with an open mind.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that. I love the fact that and you guys have these programs that are just amazing. Here's the issue. You have a business owner, okay? And I kind of mentioned that before. The business owner says, well, I don't need to know that. What do you say to the business owner with your program? Should a business owner, an entrepreneur, should they be attending your programs?
I don't see why not. I would definitely encourage them. I continue to study, I think there's always something out there that piques your interest and that's going to help you perform better, whether it's, like I said, professional or personally.
Yeah. In the digital field, there's a lot there.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Vicente Google.
Correct.
Vicente Pimenta representing Google,
Mm-hmm.
those programs that you do there.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to do more with him now that we're going more live and online too. I think a business owner needs to really educate themselves. That's our 3 out of our 4 basic programs. One is search engine optimization, which is how to get found on Google. And it's kind of complex, but it's actually very simple. So how do you make your business competitive? You have to understand where we are in the digital world of marketing. And then because It's so different. SEO, search engine optimization. You have to learn how to get up to the top of search engine so your business can be found.
Mm-hmm.
But things as simple as, and I'll ask any business owner that's watching right now, is Google My Business. Are you on Google My Business? Some people, the answer to that is, what's that?
Exactly.
Okay, if you're a business owner and you're not on Google My Business and you don't have your GMB optimized, you haven't talked to Vicente Pimenta, you haven't seen your programs.
Mm-hmm.
When Vicente talks about Google My Business and why it's important, that these are the things a business owner needs to get educated in.
And at hardly no cost or very inexpensive.
Well, I hate to tell you that, but you can do a lot of the programs online. Google has a lot of great programs.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is what we have. A lot of people don't want to take the Zoom QuickBooks.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, we're not doing it live right now. Not yet. Ingrid is great because she's learned to manage the online platform. Even if it's just Zoom, she's learned to manage the online platform. She's learned it's an entire day. That's got to be. I could not do that.
Yeah.
I could not sit in front of a TV monitor and have Ingrid on the other side teaching me QuickBooks. I personally can't do that. But it's working out, and you have to have a person like her who can control it.
Yeah, exactly. No, definitely takes a very special person to do a long online training, via Zoom. It's totally different.
So let's get back on over here. You have technical skills. So what are some of the programs that you have right now going on as far as what is technology skills? What do you have there?
So those programs would mostly be running through the continuing education office at the College of Engineering and Computing. So if people want to find out more about those, they can reach out to me.
What's covered there? Is that?
They do
cybersecurity.
No, the cybersecurity falls interestingly in the School of International Relations.
Really?
Yes,
Oh.
yes. So and then those computer related programs would fall under the College of Engineering.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. What I was mostly focusing there are those skills that are going to be needed, for what the World Economic Forum is calling Education 4.0. Skills that everybody's going to be needing, in the future. And it's not just technology skill, global citizenship, interpersonal skills. I mean, human skills are very, very important. Definitely technology is very important, Manny. But if we don't accompany that with human skills, it's not going to, it's not going to work.
Wow. Awesome. Now, I think, Tommy, are we doing it on time? 2 minutes? Okay. So I gave you an assignment, right? Yeah, sorry, I have to drink water.
That's all right.
I have a really dry throat from all the screaming yesterday. K1, yes. I think I screamed more than Gret Miller yesterday. All right. Nadir was there. We had a great time.
Super.
So with that, I lost my voice. I lost everything. So this is a tradition that Michael and Grant have. I want you to reach out to the camera, talk directly to the camera. Hopefully, Tommy will put you right on camera there. And I want you to tell our kids coming up, going through school, going through their challenges in high school, online learning right now, maybe graduating 10th, 11th, 12th. Give them a point of motivation from you.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So don't give up. Definitely. I mean, it's been a tough year. It's for a lot of you guys, not having your high school prom, not being with your friends at school. But I mean, continue your education. It's very important. Like I mentioned, if you are not ready to go to college, enroll in a certificate program, in a boot camp, do a Google certificate, something related to cybersecurity, just do something. It's definitely going to make a difference, when you go out there and look for a job. But definitely do continue your studies.
All right, I like that message. Okay, because someone would expect a representative from FIU to say, no, you got to come to our school and have a 4-year degree. But that's where we're at right now. I want to thank Mili Maldonado.
Thank you.
Florida International University. Oh, Panthers, right?
Panthers.
Can't get that wrong. All right. Florida International. I understand Michael Miller was.
He's an alumni.
An alumni.
A lot of
what about
his
you?
Family.
Grant Miller? All right,
Awesome.
Grant Miller too. So with that said, thank you, Mili Maldonado,
you.
Florida International University. My name is Manny Sarmiento, Doral Chamber of Commerce. Thank you so much. God bless you. Have an amazing week.